welcome back, guys, to another recording of This Shit's Cracking. All right, today we're gonna make it quick, fast, and dirty because Daddy's in a hurry and he's hungry. So this is Danny, my co-host. I'm Newman. That's Mindy behind the camera. Say hi, Mindy.
Hi.
So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. We're just going to go through our stuff as we have it all ordered. We're going to try and keep you guys entertained, crack a little jokes. We're gonna be drinking a little. Don't mind us. And hopefully we'll entertain you guys in the meantime. All right. Anything to add, guys?
No, we're good.
No? Cool, cool, cool. All right. So first things first, we're going to get into the Am I the Asshole story of the day. So, oh, right. Shot.
Shot 30, everybody.
Shot.
Mindy,
Viewers at home, please no, don't.
Mindy over there. Mindy over there drinking straight vodka.
Mindy's drinking moonshine. Mindy's drinking that shit that put hair on your chest. And that's why she wears her coat all closed. She got hair on her chest.
Shut up.
Okay. Am I the asshole story of the day? So the title goes, Am I the asshole for using my wife's $400 hairdryer on my nards? Oh. I think we can skip this and just say yes. No? Okay. We'll go through it. All right. So this is pulled from Reddit, okay? Goes, what's up, Reddit? 35 male here. My wife, 32, female, brought herself this awesome hairdryer from Dyson last month.
Dyson makes hair dryers?
Apparently.
Yes. Very
I thought
popular.
they made,
Everyone
like
loves it.
fans, vacuums, high-end shit.
And hair dryers.
I remember one time that vacuum cost $2,000. Like, I'll get
When?
that. So there was one time when they came out, I was like, I'll just buy this bitch for 30.
That's on the same level as those what's those motherfuckers that knock on your door and try to box?
The Kirby.
Kirby fucking vacuums.
Yes, that's
Yo,
$1,100.
have you had those motherfuckers come to your door? No?
Now, when I lived
Not since I was like
the
4.
house, right, it had hardwood floors, linoleum in the kitchen,
Mhm.
only had like carpet in the rooms, and then the dude walked in, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't think we really need it, bro." Yeah, but then it's like, "Nah, bro." It's like you will see the house, bro. It's like, well, it works on. I was like, "Nah."
This dude tried to he came in for a demo, right? My wife wasn't home at the time. If she was there, I'm pretty sure she would have told him to go fuck himself. But me, I want to know what everything is. So I was like, yeah, oh yeah, what 2 miles an hour fucking vacuum? Fuck yeah, let me see what the and this motherfucker vacuumed up the fucking. I was on the ground floor, right? He thought I literally just vacuumed because I was cleaning up because she's on the way home, right? So I'm like, boom, this is vacuumed. This is clean. And he threw the fucking Kirby on that bitch. And that motherfucker started sucking up the concrete underneath
Oh,
that
man.
carpet.
And they did little sheets where they.
Yeah. He's just dumping out fucking cement. I'm like, nigga, no,
I just cleaned it.
no.
You didn't empty that before
I'm
you got
gonna have fucking divots in my foundation from where it's just digging up concrete.
There goes the deposit.
Oh my goodness. It is recording, right? Okay, cool. I had to make sure. I didn't remember. I was like, this is good banter. I had to make sure this is recording. Yeah. So, she bought a awesome hairdryer from Dyson last month, and she paid over $400 for it. This is easily the coolest hairdryer I've ever seen. It's silver and purple and has this really cool design. Reminds me of the plasma rifle from Halo. Super quiet as well. I need my glasses. You can dry your hair in stealth mode.
Hmm.
I was so impressed by this dryer that I asked my wife if I could use it. She said I could use whenever I wanted, and it was good that I used it because we get our money's worth.
So it's her fault.
She gave her permission. She said it's good I use it, and it's better that way because we get our money's worth. Okay. I started using it every morning and after my shower to dry my hair instead of just towel and air drying like I used to. I have short hair, so it only took a minute to dry. Still felt like I wasn't getting much use out of it, so I started experimenting. I tried drying my armpits, makes applying deodorant much nicer, and I started drying down below. Side note, 100% do recommend. Without going into too much detail, it just felt a lot more hygienic throughout the day. This morning, my wife walked into the bathroom after my shower and saw something perhaps she wasn't meant to see. For the record, I did not intend for her to come in, but I didn't have the door locked. Period. I had one foot on the floor, one foot on the counter, hair dryer in hand pointed towards Venus and Earth. I may have also been humming the Halo theme.
Oh, good. Yeah,
My wife had a bit of a freak out. It was like, "What are you doing? Stop that!" I stopped and reminded her that she said I could use the hairdryer whenever I wanted. She countered with saying that she didn't say I could use it in that way. So I'm not sure if my wife has a point here. I definitely did not explicitly state how I was going to use the hairdryer, but there's no conversation of limitations beforehand. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, after hearing the whole thing and thinking about it, like, because it's not like hair clippers when you cut your hair, right, and you're doing all this other shit. If you're doing it down there, okay, bro, come on, bro, that's my shit. But it's like he's holding it out here, right, and just
Yeah, and it's not like he's like shoving it up against his narc and shit. Yeah, he's not fucking dragging his balls across the head.
Yeah, so it's like
it's just air. It's
right?
just air.
So,
like, are you gonna be if she's mad at that, then she gotta go around the house with a fucking air purifier because every piece of air has grazed against my nuts.
Do you guys know what this vacuum looks like?
yeah, I just Googled it actually.
Okay.
I don't know.
Not vacuum, hair dryer.
Hair dryer.
Yeah, sorry, the hair dryer.
There's one that's like $4.29. It's like a.
This is perfect. I'm putting a clip of what the hair dryer looks like right here. Yeah, so it's gonna be here in the video.
I don't know if I don't know how to show you this, but yeah, it's kind of.
No,
like,
I know what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it looks like?
Yeah, I know what it looks like. I'm just worried that she thinks he was doing something he wasn't actually doing.
Oh, there's a hole in the middle.
That's the only reason I can think of why she's upset. Is
Why
that
she's
she
freaked
thinks
out?
something else was happening.
Ah, okay.
Because, like, I don't think he's an asshole. He's a little weird and kind of funny, but, like, I don't think he's an asshole. But for her to get that mad, I've got to be like, does she think something else is happening?
Probably with the hole in the middle. Yeah, she probably thought something was happening. I didn't even. Well, that clears up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not the asshole. She's overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
There. That's the verdict. That's my verdict.
Sounds like she's a little bit insecure.
I don't know. He was having such a good time. He was singing a song and everything. I feel like he was fine.
Oh my god, it'd be an asshole move if he hit her with, "Babe, you just haven't taken care of yourself."
Oh my god, stop! That's the fuck.
Oh well, if you had said that, you are the asshole, but no, you didn't say any of that, and it's just air. She's overreacted. She probably thought you were doing something wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, you're not the asshole.
If it was like some trimming, like hair trimmer or something like that,
or if you were fucking it, yes, you would be the asshole.
Okay,
you were not.
You're doing something funky, yeah.
Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Mindy, verdict?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. Okay, good. You're not the asshole, guy. Congratulations. Yay.
You're cracking approved.
You're cracking approved.
Stamp of approval.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was the introduction for the day, and we'll just roll right off of that into the first segment, which is sports. TIE fighters.
Dolphin just coming up.
Once I figure out how to do like that shit in editing, people are gonna be watching the video.
So confused.
What is happening?
Chaos.
Yeah. Danny's gonna make a statement, and a lion's gonna come in and chomp his head off for no reason, and then it's just gonna be me just here like, wah, wah. What happened? My legs, my legs. Hey, Danny,
What's happening?
what's cracking in sports this week?
Glad you asked. All right, so NFL's wrapping up, right? Couple interesting games. I'm only going to talk about one of them because there was some controversy involved, right?
I love tea. Let's
Dun,
spill
dun,
it.
dun.
All right, so NFL had a Saturday night game, right? It was a Monday night game on Saturday. Ask me how that makes sense. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. So apparently, so they had a Monday night game on Saturday, mostly because the college football playoff was on Monday, so that's why.
So
Yeah,
so you just dragged us down this fucking rabbit. Fuck you, Daniel.
But anyways, Cowboys and Lions played on Saturday, right? Now we were watching portions of this game at work, and we watched the ending at work too. So game came down to both teams having the ball last, blah 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 Cowboys went down, kicked the field goal, made it a 7-point game, right? So Lions got the ball back. They were driving down the field, moving the ball, all this other stuff. Clock was winding down, less than a minute left. So they scored a touchdown, right? A little backstory of the Lions is they have an aggressive head coach. Like this dude will go for it on the 1 yard line, on his side, whatever. And the guy's a great coach. He's enthusiastic, all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody would like to play for him. He's one of those guys that he's a player's coach, right? So anybody would like to play for him, right? So anyways, they score a touchdown, right? Now they got to kick the field goal to tie the game and possibly take it to overtime, right?
Yeah.
But when I was watching it, I was thinking he's gonna go
He's
for
going
two.
for 2 points. Yeah.
He's going for 2. He's going for the
He's
win. He's going for the win, right? And exactly what he does. No hesitation. Send him out. All right. So they got the play in. They run the play. Everything goes off without a hitch. Get the 2-point conversion. We're at work thinking, oh shit, they won. Yeah, woohoo, Cowboys lose. Who fuck the Cowboys? Blah, 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 right? All of a sudden, you get a million flags that fly in like 2 seconds later, right? So what happened was it was flagged for illegal touching, right? I know what you guys are asking. Why were they flagged?
Mm-hmm.
And what's illegal touching? No, it's not a pedophile thing, but I'm not thinking. So illegal touching is when an offensive lineman doesn't report and he catches the ball or touches the ball before it touches anybody else, right? So what's supposed to happen is the offensive lineman that's going to report is eligible. So meaning he's not going to be a lineman on this play. He's going to be like a tight end or a receiver, but he's going to be lined up close to the line. The reason they do that is so they have to let the defense know who's going to do what. So that way it doesn't catch them by surprise or they're ready, right? Or they can account for it, right? I guess what happened was, so when the play ran off, number 68, right, caught the ball for the 2-point conversion, right? But I guess what happens is they called him for illegal touching because the ref thought number 70 was the one that was reporting and not him, because they were lined up right next to each other. Everybody was irate because they did. So they showed a video later on of what happened, and they had number 68, right, walking up to the ref, and he clearly said something to him. And then you had 70 kind of coming after. It didn't even say nothing. The ref didn't even appear because he just came up, brushed off, and then 68 and another guy were walking back after talking to the ref. The guy came up and they were just walking back. So they thought they were good. But apparently the ref got it confused where 70 was reporting as eligible and 68 wasn't. So he flagged him for that. But like all the video evidence that they shows 68, the only one reporting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either, then there's a lot of things, it's either the ref got it wrong, which clearly it looks like it did, and he didn't want to admit it,
mm-hmm.
or the Detroit got it wrong, and they didn't want to admit it. But all the evidence that you can see and possibly whatever, it looks like the ref got it wrong, but he didn't want to own up to the
That
mistake.
motherfucker was standing on business. He was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Go down with this shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all this went out of proportion. It didn't go out of proportion, but I'm saying everybody was mad. Like, what the fuck? You just cost us. And this was an important game too. It's for the number 2 seed in the NFC playoff standings, right? So now Dallas jumped up. They control their own destiny, and Detroit can only get like the 3 seed if they win up, right?
Yeah. So first off, that whole reporting so that the defense can know and prepare for it. Nigga, I thought the whole point of being on the offense
it's so they don't line up, they cover up. It has something to do with not covering up a spot or something like that.
That's on the defense if they don't read that shit right. How am I alone on this here, Mindy? Is it not on the defense? Don't you feel like it should be on the defense if they don't read that play right and respond accordingly? Or do you feel like the offense has some obligation to freaking make their plays a little more obvious?
And then I guess I forgot to mention this part. Before the game start, like the coaches have a chance to speak to the refs to mention, hey, in this situation, we're going to do this, this, and this. And this is one of those situations, hey, if it comes down to it on a 2-point conversion, he's going to report as eligible and he's not. And so the ref knew that going into that play and he still got it wrong. That was the other part.
I think that rule is stupid for them to have to fucking make it more palpable for the defense. And the ref obviously was fucking slacking on his goddamn job, so that's not on the fucking Lions. And fuck the Cowboys for winning. I hate Cowboy fans so much with a passion. I hate them. If you're a Cowboy fan and you're watching, nigga, I said what I said.
But please hit the slack button.
Stick around anyway.
But yeah, no. But I guess when it comes to that specific ref, this isn't the first time he's blown a call.
Oh, well.
this year.
That motherfucker's drunk. He's drunk on the job.
On week 13, again, it was the Packers Chiefs. He missed. They threw a personal foul for roughing the passer, which it wasn't. And then they also missed the pass interference, which truly was. So it's not it's not his first rodeo.
Either he's terrible at his job, drunk on his job, or he's being paid. Check his bank account.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a little more fat than it should be.
Check his offshore stuff.
Yeah.
An island job.
Yo, I actually looked it up recently. The motherfucking refs make bank, nigga.
Yeah,
Shit.
and they all have a job outside of this. Isn't their main source of income. They're all like lawyers, doctors, and
Most refs it's a side job.
yeah, it's like lawyers, doctors. They have, I don't know, doctor's degrees and all kinds of shit.
With the couple months that they're fucking working these goddamn pro games, they're fucking banking. See, I don't think
I said I know a couple teachers who are refs.
I was about to say, like this job should be offered to the motherfuckers who like are work like teachers and shit, right?
Because teachers have masters, and so I think that's something about.
That's a requirement for you to have like high.
As a ref, I have no idea.
They're mostly lawyers, doctors, and all this other shit. So
yeah, they usually like it's high education, which is, I guess, a requirement.
I figured like fucking hardcore fans who know the game should have those jobs,
right?
You know what I mean? Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of that ruined a lot of people's, like, instead of talking about the great the game was and all this other stuff, that's the part that came out, which everybody knew. Everybody likes controversy. So but I guess the NFL released a statement today saying it's on the players to report as eligible or ineligible, not the refs. Okay. That's just the NFL trying to cover up NFL stuff.
Could definitely see where the controversy is on that one.
Yeah, and then one more note, since we're speaking of that, so owners are held to a certain standard, right? So we had the Panthers, who are the worst team in the league. Their owner, David Tepper, the team was losing, and he was seen throwing a drink on a fan.
Nah, fuck that. That fan was talking mad shit. That fan was talking mad.
I saw the video, and it was like the dude. You couldn't hear anything, but you just saw the owner sitting up top. The dude was sitting over there, and he just. I was like, damn, he got fined $300K by the NFL for that.
Oh, by the NFL, not sued by the fan.
No, he was $300K by the NFL.
Fan, you missed out, bro.
I was gonna say, if that's what's gonna happen, you can pour a drink on me. That's fine.
Bro, I would have said my eyes don't work like they used to.
$1 million owners, folks. Sorry, David Tepper. Don't sue us.
We'll countersue because we ain't doing shit wrong.
Drink on me.
Give me a reason to make a bank off you, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. But that's for the NFL portion. All right, next up, we're going to talk a little about the college football playoff, right? Last 4 teams left in the playoff here. Yeah, you had Michigan versus Alabama and Washington versus Texas, which is the game I was watching when you got home. So Michigan versus Alabama. Alabama is known for winning championships, Nick Saban, all that stuff. It was a good game, but Michigan ended up winning 27-20 in overtime. Dude ran the ball like he ran over 20 people, the entire team, the bench, the coach, everybody, just to get to the end zone.
How far was that run?
It's 25 yards.
25 yards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I guess the importance of this is Michigan is the team that we were talking about, that suspended coach for cheating, all that stuff, and they came back and Nick Saban was saying all this other stuff about like before the game about the coach
throwing his business out there.
Yeah. So it felt a little like a revenge tour for Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines. So yeah, they ended up winning double OT. So
double OT. Yeah, players were fucking tired. Players were beat.
And then the Washington-Texas game came down to the last minutes. Texas botched it, Washington botched it when they were up. Texas drove the field in like 30 seconds. It came down to the last second, but obviously they came up short. So next week it's going to be Michigan versus Washington. So all you UW fans, there you go.
There's your time. This is your
moment.
moment.
But just so we're clear, I'm rooting for Michigan to win. But yeah.
Right, that Texas game, like we talked about this while we were there. Man, those commentators just throwing everybody's fucking dirty fucking laundry out there.
They're talking about a coach who got who was He was coaching, got let go. What was he doing? He was pouring concrete or something.
Yeah. Before this, he was unemployed, living in his car. Yeah, got called, and now here he is making $2 million. It's for this other player. He's like, yeah, he's good. He just came back from being on house arrest or some shit like that. I was like,
welcome back to witness protection.
yeah, for Winsack. I was like, God damn, why you throwing this fucking business out there like that? Yeah, these commentators need to be checked, man. They are fucking ruthless. And they don't give no shits who they're talking to. They're just up there talking
God.
for the sake of talking. They're just like, let's not have any dead air. And the dude was just like, I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of dirt.
That we got you, bro. No dead space here. No. But yeah, everybody's excited especially because Washington's in it, They're really Washington. But yeah, this is the first time in a long time that they're actually successful. So.
Prepare for another fucking burst of goddamn morale from motherfuckers in Washington, just like when the Seattle was in Super Bowl champions and shit like that. If they do end up winning this, it's gonna be a lot of motherfucking Husky jerseys. So
they already are. Like it's just like, bro, you was in here. I seen you 10 times the first time I seen you wear this one.
He was in here 2 weeks ago talking shit about them. Come on, bro.
What? I had this for 10 years. Bro, the tag's
It's
still on.
What are you about? You ain't taking off because you thought you was going to need to return it.
Yeah. So moving on, UFC up next. Not much happened. There was no fights, no boxing, anything. But we did get a report saying that Conor McGregor, which is one of the biggest money makers for the UFC, he's set to return in June to fight Michael Chandler. Weight is still to be determined, but yeah, he's set to return in June. So we'll see how he does. The last couple fights he's lost. So we'll see how he does. But he's the biggest money maker the UFC has.
He's fucking rich. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just taking this fight to fucking pay for his next goddamn island or some shit.
I love him.
So this isn't about the fight, but I did see a post about him. I think he recently had a baby or something.
I think so. Yeah.
And there was a picture he posted of him giving his son skin to skin contact, or kid skin to skin contact. I don't realize it was a boy or girl, but there was like a post. There was somebody who responded. It was like, "Hey, I think it's weird that a man is giving this child, holding his child against his skin or some shit like that. But this is a mother's job or some shit like that."
No, but
everybody was going off like the audacity. So men can't give their own kids skin to skin contact.
That's normal. That they say to do that, so the baby feels whatever connection that. So I don't. Yeah,
exactly. So it was a chick that said it. It was a chick that fucking sounded off on that.
Did that chick have kids?
Probably, probably a couple of them.
Listen,
I'm sorry, that was aggressive towards the people out there with multiple kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I watched like a couple doctor shows, and someone has a baby, they say, "Oh, make sure da 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 da." So I was like, "What's the problem?"
Yeah, that was something I saw earlier.
And then lastly, there wouldn't be a sports segment without talking about the NBA and LeBron James. Not much really. The team's losing, but it was his birthday recently, December 30th. Turned 39, so happy birthday, LeBron.
Happy birthday.
Oldest to ever do it. Here we go. I mean, greatest.
I think he was the oldest dude to score 30 points or 40 points the other night. So, hey, congrats to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what was cracking in sports, y'all.
All right. Seagull. No, I said seagull caw. That's so stupid. Anyway.
What was that Google?
Okay, so next we're gonna roll right into the anime segment with a shot.
Captain Puerto Rico. All righty, Newman. What is cracking in anime?
All right, we got two things to talk about. First and foremost, we're going to go over the season finale of JJK. Okay, so for me, it was uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, it just kind of I was very much expecting old girl that showed up at the end of that last episode, that one that coached Toto, has the same fucking his same fucking demeanor asking people, what kind of girl is their favorite.
Where he got it from.
Yeah. I figured she was gonna do something, man, but no, it just like a conversation between her and Geto, her freaking out over some shit that was going down, and then she was a lot more goofy than I thought she was gonna be, and then it just kind of like ended with Ghetto fucking releasing every fucking curse he's ever consumed out into the world using Mahito's transfiguration on the land and also releasing or activating every curse he put on people over the thousands of years that he's been alive.
Mm.
So that being said, now keep in mind this is thousands of years. Some of those people have passed away since then. So coming up in it, the culling game is next. You're going to see a lot of dead sorcerers coming back for this next season, for this next arc, I should say. But yeah, that whole idol transfiguration releasing all the cursed energy, and you just saw that dark spot
You keep expanding.
just upgrading.
You're gonna get rid of
Fucking blackouts everywhere. People just sitting there watching the news, enjoying themselves, getting mauled by fucking cursed spirits busting through their fucking door and shit.
Then you had what's his name made an appearance.
Oh yeah, yeah. Utah, the MC the one who was supposed to be the MC, but he got regulated to just a movie. He made an appearance. He's gonna be a big player coming up in this next season.
Then they done what's what they pretty much rescinded everything.
Oh, the council blamed
Oh, yeah.
Gojo and Geto, and they were like, "Hey, anyone who was there, it's all their fault. It's not our fault. It's their fault. They went against us for some reason. We're gonna kill them though. It's fine."
We didn't do shit to stop any of this,
And then
but
Utah
it's all
said,
their
"Yeah,
fault.
I'm gonna kill them all."
And I know people are if you're not tracking who these people are, or if you're not tracking how powerful these people are, Utah is that nigga. Okay, he's that strong. He could do it.
He said that if with enough training and time, Yuta could be stronger than Gojo.
But yeah, he's in play now. He's back from his sabbatical. He was with the African dude. Remember the one who was using the rope to fight Gojo? That rope, like every time he used it, it burned a little bit and got shorter. He also got pieced up. He got the 168 fucking punches from Gojo in a matter of seconds. He was with that dude training. At the end of the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, you saw them meet up with him at a cafe, and that's where he's been training. But he's back in play now. And this man, he is him. He said he's going after Yuji. He's gonna do his execution. He's gonna take care of the curses, basically. He's their trump card, and you'll see just how much of a problem this dude is come this next season. Thoughts on that so far?
No, I just didn't like how they said, "All right, well, shit went sideways, so let's blame Gojo for everything."
Yeah.
Even though he was trapped in a box the whole time.
I mean, they can't like it's like a bunch of council like old guys that hate Gojo, right? And they were
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Oh,
it.
this is our chance.
Yeah,
Fuck this guy."
because even I think you did see it at one point where that whole scene happened, but Gojo was in the middle, and they were talking about Yuji. They were like, "Yeah, we need to execute him." Da, 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 da. And Gojo was like, "Nah, nah, let's feed him the rest, and then we'll execute him." Yeah, sure, we'll execute him then. Da, 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 da. And I think they threatened him or something, and he was like, "Well, if you want to step up, like I'm right here. You can try it. It's not gonna end well for you, but you can try it." So yeah, they've had a problem keeping the reins on Gojo, and so they're definitely looking at this as their.
But didn't they want to execute Yuta too at some point? Gojo was like, "Nah."
Yeah, they're in that.
It was literally the same exact scenario. They were like, "We're gonna kill him." Gojo was like, "No, you're not."
Yeah. We're gonna feed him, and we're going to train him. And then if I feel like he's becoming a problem, I'll execute him. But yeah, they've definitely, like I said, been looking for a reason to get rid of Gojo, and they finally have him trapped if they can get their hands on the prison realm, and two, they have a person strong enough who can do it. If given the right circumstances, he can fucking kill him. And technically, they do have the strongest weapon in this whole next season coming up, which is Utah. But we're gonna find out. There's some shit coming.
Well, it's not like Yuta wants to kill Gojo. Yuta just wants Yuji.
Yeah, but the council thinks that Utah is under their thumb. So
obedient.
definitely, yeah. So he's kind of there. He's kind of a double agent. He definitely does want to kill Yuji, but he's definitely a double agent when it comes to Gojo. Yuta, there was a no Yuji. There was a moment at the end where I think he like walked up on a bridge and yelled something. That moment was so goddamn small, so tiny, but that's officially the beginning of the at the very end of the episode.
Oh, he like I remember. I think he like clapped his hand or something. Basically, he just woke up all the curses that were hiding under the bridge.
Yeah, but that you're gonna see because in the manga, that's like a couple days into the culling games. So that scene is you're when it comes back into it, you're gonna see what happened prior to that. But yeah, you guys are in for some good shit. Come shit, we don't even know when they're coming back because they
Someone said 26.
26. We'll see because they literally just lost half their studio.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's why the last episode was so weird.
Yeah. So like,
is that they were like, let's do as
yeah.
little animation as possible.
Most of our animators are gone. We're not gonna fucking animate a giant ass fucking fight. Who knows? Maybe they'll get like a studio back or get some of those people back or get new animators and then like do a movie and fucking reward us for sticking with them of that last episode. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. I mean, it's a movie. They can throw it in the theaters and make their money back.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also Mappa is a bunch of dicks.
They are. Bunch of dicks. And
bunch of wieners.
Okay, that was JJK. If anybody else has anything to add, now is the time. Nope. Okay, cool. So we're moving on to season 2 of
Vox Machina.
Okay. Season 1 ended with the dragons showing up to the inauguration. Okay. So first off, let's talk about these fucking dragons. The way they pulled up. Disrespectful. Disrespectful as shit. The Chrono Conclave, as they're called, consists of 4 dragons.
Yep.
Working in tandem with each other, which is fucking unheard of because dragons apparently don't like each other. And as the season goes on, you can see that they still don't like each other, but they're just working together because this one motherfucker is just like threatening us, burn them all. This one dragon's leading them named the Cinder King. He's got this fucking jewel in his chest. Apparently, this jewel is what they used eons ago to fucking seal this nigga. And it didn't work. It didn't keep. This nigga still broke out of his prison and took the goddamn shackles with him. The next dragon we see is a motherfucker goddamn dripping acid from his wings and spewing acid. I think he's the most dangerous.
Did they kill him?
No. That's the one who's been fucking chasing him around the whole season. That nigga who's looking for all the mythic items.
Yeah, didn't they kill him?
Like I said, he's the most dangerous. At the time that we saw him, he's the most dangerous.
Ambassador or whatever name?
Umbrasyl? Yeah. I think he's the most dangerous dragon out of all of them. Just one, his demeanor towards everybody. And the acid basically makes him untouchable in certain situations. If he actually coated himself and actually made himself a fucking problem, he could have been that guy. There was another dragon who fucking spews poisonous clouds, also an issue. He was just fucking carpet bombing the entire goddamn city. Everywhere was fucking unwalkable, unreadable. And these motherfuckers took a breath and eyes, ears, nose start bleeding, and then he just fucking keel over. That's how he killed the goddamn king. Which good thing he goddamn stepped down right before he fucking bit the dust because
yeah, I know, right?
That would have been a power vacuum.
I mean, what power vacuum? There's no throne to take over. It's literally just a pile of ashes and crumbles, and a bunch of skinny skeletons being like, "Here's all the gold I have. Don't kill me."
But at least now they're just every vassal state now has control of their own stuff. They're not like worrying about a king like calling them to arms or nothing like that. They can rise up and act on their own, no problem, without waiting on royal decree or anything like that.
You look confused here, right?
You look confused, Mindy.
I'm not 100% sure what you mean.
So the king, being the king of like every motherfucking body, can issue royal decrees and call the armies of whatever state to fight for the crown, basically, except for that one royal city that don't listen to nobody.
I mean, yeah, but the council can do the same thing.
Well, now that there is a council because he seated the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying good thing he seated the throne so that this now can happen. Before there'd
Well,
be
I mean, even if he didn't accede the throne or
they
not, he died. It
yeah,
was still
even
automatically would have gone to the council.
it would have gone to the council for them to appoint somebody.
No,
I feel like it would have went to the council for them to appoint because in every
because
form of,
it's not an appointed thing to be leader. It was like a monarchy thing.
well, his son's what a
His son,
baby.
isn't his son like dead or something?
No,
Oh
his
no, he's not dead.
he got saved. Yeah, yeah. She got up and she was holding the kid, the wife. Right, she got up. She was holding the kid and watched.
I don't know how royalty of Taldari works.
If it was a democratic thing, then yes, they would have had to appoint somebody. If it's a lineage thing, a monarchy, the son would have been too young to rule. Or maybe it
And
would have
so,
been one of those fucking Game of Thrones kind of thing where no matter if he's fucking 3 years old, he's still king. And you just have
uh,
like the fucking a queen mother fucking making all the goddamn maybe
I
the queen would have took over. Shit, there
Until
we
the
go.
sun's old enough. There you
Mhm.
go.
don't really know how Taldari works.
So
Doesn't really
and
matter.
there's Crag, the ice dragon, who's also there. So there's those four fucking everything up. Vox escapes. They make it back to their little hovel, and they're there for a little bit, trying to like everybody's like, let's leave. And one bitch was like, no, let's go back and fight. It's like, nigga, no, let's leave. And while they're arguing, they hear somebody at the fucking gate. Turns out it's everybody from the motherfucking town. Which, bitch, why are you here? There's a trail of y'all. There's somebody's gonna see that. Don't come here. But no, everybody. There's a fucking trail leading right to fucking Vox Machina. And sure enough, Craig fucking shows up and he's just fucking everybody up, ice splitting people. And somehow these motherfuckers escape once again. That's Machina's secret power. They escape from fucking anything. They make it back to
Whitestone.
Whitestone. Yeah. And that's where they come up with the plan to go find these secret fucking
Vestiges.
tools,
Vestiges.
vestiges, yeah,
There you go.
to fight, right? Which so first off, they have these they find a couple of vestiges through this show, and don't get me wrong, they're powerful in their own right. Like powerful if you're fighting against a regular ass sorcerer or a regular ass fucking motherfucker with a sword, right? I don't see them being like goddamn dragon killers.
Well, I don't think the point was that they were specifically on their own dragon killers. The point was to collect them all to have the power to kill the dragons. Not that like a single vestige had the power to kill the dragons.
They had what, one, two, three of
Three.
them during that fight?
I mean, the sword did kill what's his name?
Hmm.
What sword?
The sword
The
of
the oh yeah, the myth carver. Yeah. In fucking Scalen's hand of all fucking places. Um that was a lucky ass hit, nigga. If it had hit any sort of dragon scale, it wouldn't have done shit. But he got him in the fucking soft tissue and he got him in the eye. That one, there's a bunch of journeys. Okay, first, old dude becomes the Maiden of Crows champion. Gets this cool ass black armor that does all kinds
I
of
feel
shit.
like at first I was like, man, this dude got the short end of the stick. Everybody else has the sword and all that stuff. This dude got to worry about somebody, this good
This fucking Grim Reaper ass
motherfucker.
bitch. But nah, like as the story progressed, nigga, that armor is the shit.
Yeah.
Speed, defense, can fly.
Yeah, right.
And
Can fly. I was like, fuck
he
yeah.
can fly. And he can fucking see spirits and shit like that. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you had the book, right? Did you see how powerful that vestige gets as the story progresses?
I did not. I
You did
tried
not?
not to
To
super
read
read
ahead?
ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I know like general story points in the
Mhm.
future, but I tried not to like completely just read everything that happens
I,
before.
I feel it. But for all you out there, some shit's coming for that vestige. That makes me really fucking happy. The next vestige that they go after, they're given this mission by this Sphinx that they thought Sphinx were extinct. But they get this mission to this Sphinx tells them how to get the armor first off, and then they go back to after they get the armor, they get instructions to go find Mythcarver or find the next vestige, which leads them to this Sphinx's mate, right? And the Mythcarver is what shows them the bow and the Titan knuckles before the fucking Umbrasyl attacks them.
Yeah.
All right, and then immediately steals Mythcarver right after.
And then, like what we were saying earlier, was like I would have thought the Sphinx would have put up a better fight than he did. I was like, you supposed to be that dude. Like, you just gonna let him do you like this?
It's funny. He pulls them into this like realm, and he gives them this challenge. Like, if any of you can land a hit on me or cause me pain, then I'll tell you what you want to know. And then they're all like attack. Two of them attack one at a time and get like thrown into into oblivion, and then the rest of them like try to jump him, and then he's like, oh, talking mad shit. They can't fucking land a hit on him. But I'm thinking like that whole realm that he was in was like in their fucking head, of course, right? And so he could be as powerful as he wanted in there. He wasn't that real. He wasn't that powerful in real life, though.
That dragon hit him straight from the jump.
Yeah, that dragon fucking was on his ass. So even acid was working on this motherfucker. Like, what happened to that big ass shield you had, huh, buddy? What happened to that shield?
You guys are so rude.
What? It's true. It's true.
He's fighting against a dragon. He's like, you're not that big of a deal. And I was like, okay, I guess.
That man was a lot of talk. He had a little bit of bite, but he was a lot of talk, man. That dragon made him his bitch and then took his shit.
They're acting like a dragon isn't a big deal.
A dragon is a big deal, but so is a fucking mythical sphinx with magic powers.
Yeah.
He wasn't as big as the dragon, but goddamn, you got cosmic level fucking powers.
I don't remember anyone saying that they had cosmic level powers.
I mean, he didn't
deny it. Anyway, so Umbrasyl attacks, fucking murks this nigga, takes his shit, and Vox Machina. Guess what they do? Escape again. These fucking superpowers. They meet up. Grog, in the meantime, has been going through some shit with Craven Edge. The sword's talking to him, driving him fucking to bloodlust and everything like that. During this fight with the goddamn dragon in the middle of him fucking after he just beat the Sphinx, Grog is on some shit. He's actually fucking getting some cuts in. If anything, he should have kept Craven Edge. I don't know, man. I don't think he should have got rid of it. Anyway. He's getting in some licks. He's slashing up fucking Umbrasyl. Umbrasyl's getting frustrated, but he's lost in bloodlust. And old girl's like trying to get him to come to his senses, the pike, and she like steps in front of him, and this motherfucker like steps forward with this fucking sword in his hand, fucking stabs her. Like, he just had a nightmare about this, ends up doing this shit in real life, comes to his senses. Old girl's working on her fucking astral teleporting shit, and they teleport, but they all get separated. Or there's two groups: Pike, Scanlan, and Grog, and the rest of them. Right? The rest of them end up in like the fairy realm. Grog and the rest of them end up on a fucking mountain somewhere. Grog goes through his shit, fucking takes account for what he fucking did.
Skinny as a motherfucker.
Well, not yet. Craven Edge is like fucking like, you're gonna feed me whether you fucking want to or not. And he starts fucking drinking up the blood that's leaking from Pike, and Grog fucking loses it. Starts using this motherfucker to chop stone. Stabs him into the fucking mountain and starts fucking twisting the sword to break him. Craven Edge was like, nigga, I'm not going alone. I'm taking back everything I gave you, basically. And since he's been the whole power of Craven Edge.
I mean, he took way more than he gave him.
But the whole power of Craven Edge is to give strength, the strength of your enemies whose blood it drinks, right?
Yeah, but Grog was strong before he ever touched Craven Edge, and he turned him into a little skeleton boy. And I was like, that's not how you left him. That's not how he was before he got you. That doesn't seem.
Let's be honest.
That's divorce, y'all.
Let's be honest. Craven Edge was petty.
She had the better lawyer. He had the better lawyer.
Just signed a prenup, Grog. Yeah, he definitely took all his strength, all his muscle, left this nigga too fucking skinny to walk. Right? So these two goddamn gnomes are fucking carrying this fucking scrawny ass giant. They go through all this shit. Pike's dad can't help, but they decide to go after the vestige anyway, because they're near it. The vestige is being held by Grog's uncle, who beat his ass with them couple years back, the herd,
I think it's the herd, yeah.
which is like a bunch of other giants, half giants. And Pike, Scanlan first goes in to try and find out some shit, but he ends up running into this other fucking gnome that looks like him, I guess. Right? This female one, and he's like trying to get them out. Pike ends up getting fucking captured, and in the middle, they're about to fucking kill Pike, and Grog fucking steps up and challenges Uncle for leadership. That fight was not going his way. Don't get me wrong. He was dodging and shit, and he was playing dodgeball, and he was throwing his fucking hands. But his uncle at one point was just like, I'm over this. I'm over this. And just like fucking held this man against a goddamn spike and just like pushed him slowly on it. Looked him dead in his face and was just like, no, 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 no. And then fucking spike comes out his belly. And I when I initially watched it, I was like, oh. Well, it was a nice knowing you, Grog. Bye bye, comedic relief. But no, he pulled himself off because they were about to kill Pike yet again. He finally figures out where his strength comes from. It comes
The
from
power of friendship.
the love for his friends. Gains his muscles back, yeah. Bulks up, right? Quick steroids, and still. It wasn't enough to fucking put his uncle down. His uncle fucking mashed the knuckles together, grew twice his size, and was just hands. Everybody, right? I forget. Think the rest of the group.
The other group came back from that's where they meet back up again.
And fucking that's how they fucking beat this motherfucker, right? Everybody else was distracting everybody else, and Pike and him was fucking teaming up on the uncle, and finally fucking beat him and goddamn took his knuckles. Grog fucking split that nigga. Split him. But they old girl fucking put him in the amulet that she got from the other fucking guild member, yeah. Threw him up into the air, let him out. This nigga was just fucking diving with a sword. Just diving with a sword. And that's how he fucking won. But yeah. Second vestige.
Third.
Yeah. Claimed. The second vestige actually goes to actually, thoughts on that fight?
He was getting his ass whooped for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was no secret. You always knew he was gonna get his muscles back at some point.
Mm-hmm. How?
Yeah.
I really thought that pill was gonna do it for me. Scanlan, I don't like how Scanlan obviously is my favorite character, but I don't like how he's like volunteering for like all the weird shit.
I need to prove myself.
Huh?
No. He needs to prove himself.
Bro, he went back door on him. He also went
back door on the dragon. Yes. I'm gonna get to that. So again, they go for the fairy bow. For that the bow. We meet back up with twins.
Vex.
Daddy. That still don't want them. We thought time, maybe seclusion would have helped this nigga fucking come to terms with the shit. No, he's still racist.
He moved his whole ass city. He moved his whole ass city to the Fey realm.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even think to mention it to his children. I don't care what the reason is.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I ain't telling you. Goodbye. Okay.
So they passed through there. They met up with this weird ass fucking magical creature who's like drawing dicks and shit.
His sketches were actually pretty good. I was like, wow, they got like a real artist to sketch these. Crazy.
Crazy. And they get to this grove that's holding this bow, and it turns out this bow is being held by this one fucking thing that's like twisting the land around it.
Like a corrupted fae or something like that. I can't remember.
Old girl, what's her name? What's Keely? She's going through her power-ups, man. She has control of that whole fire state. She goes full fire. Yeah. She was doing some shit there. The thing is like trying to lure her in, trying to persuade her, trying to convince her that she don't need nobody else. All she needs is him. And the bitch was like, nah, my heart belongs to somebody else. Power of love really pulled her out of that one. And she 1v1s this thing and kills it. Gets the bow. So that's the second vestige that they earned or got to keep. And then Brog gets the knuckles. Next, they're planning with the herd, trying to set a trap for Umbrasyl because they know that he's coming back to this place. This is where he's been getting all his gold from. And the whole time, the Cinder King has been like talking mad shit to Umbrasyl, like, "Hey, you bitch, where's my fucking gold?" And Umbrasyl's just like, "It's coming, my lord. Give us some time." And the bitch from the first season with one arm has been whispering in his ears, and "Oh, if you don't listen to me, the time of the dragons is gonna come to an end, or the time of Chroma Conclave is not gonna be long, because I know some shit." And he's been listening to this bitch and whatnot. They know he's coming back to this town for more gold, and they set a trap for him, right? They made some clever moves during this segment. But first, thoughts on that before I give my opinions on that, on the whole trap sequence, the fight, and everything.
Anytime you use wood to trap a dragon, it never ends well.
Facts, big facts, for multiple reasons that I'll go over in a second. Mindy,
No,
no thoughts?
not yet.
Okay, so they use wood to trap this dragon, which was dumb on two fronts. I mean, yay, the trap, it kind of worked, but he spots the pressure plate that was going to set it off. It was like, I'm going to back up, right? But they set it off anyway and trap him. It like locks his wings down, so he's like on the ground. But it's made of wood string. Two problems with that. The motherfucker breathes acid, and he could coat his body in acid. Third problem, he's fucking strong as shit. I don't know what they graded this shit as, but it wasn't strong enough for a fucking dragon.
Built for tough.
Yeah. Grog, he gets in a few licks with his new Titan knuckles, feeling himself out. And that just pisses him off. He was like, boom, breaks out, right? It was like that trap didn't last. But Scalen comes up with the little clever, it's kind of dirty, it's kind of nasty. "Hey, cat, making an appearance."
Hey,
At some point where Minnie's gonna send me the video of the introduction of the cat, and I can include it on the Twitter or YouTube.
he's watching.
So the comes up with a clever plan, right? He gets a hold of this sword earlier when he has this conversation with the other gnome that he met in the town, which turns out to be his fucking daughter. Before he knew that
Of course.
before he knew that he was trying to sleep with her. Yeah, but he gets a hold of this sword that basically stays in place once you activate it. And clever of him that thought, "Hey, let's use it to pin this fucking dragon down." If you put it anywhere outside of his body, he's just gonna slip out of it. So he decided, "I need to get inside that dragon," right? He was talking. Yeah, he was talking to the other twin, Vax. Yeah, and Vax was like, "If you want to go through his mouth, that's a dead trap. There's way too much acid." It's like, about that. I'm not thinking about going through his mouth. There's another entrance. And this motherfucker was like, "Are you stupid?" He's like, "Oh, you got a better plan?" He's like, "Hey, we better survive on this one." And sure enough, they do it. They go through the dragon's butthole. And get into his stomach. And they set this sword basically on the stomach and activate it, and it stays in place, right? And the second this fucking dragon tries to like get up, it digs into it. And I thought that was such a fucking clever ass move. Nasty how they had to get it done. Clever as fuck, right? Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clever, very clever. At one point, this motherfucker gets frustrated that he can't fucking move. It was just like, "You think you can hold me down, nigga? You know who I am?" And just like, "Fuck this goddamn stomach, I don't need it anyway." And just like fucking gets up, let the sword rip out of his stomach, fucking yells at everybody, and takes off. He still has two niggas in his stomach.
Yep.
Oh, and one of them has a vestige. So he's like, "That's a win for me. Yeah, I'm okay with this one." Takes off. Grog's not letting him take his friends, so he fucking throws an axe into his goddamn scales with a rope on it, and he's along for a ride. Now he got two vestiges in his possession. He's like, "That's even more of a win."
He already has the sword, huh?
Yeah, he has Myth Carver, but I'm just considering, yeah, he's taken two. So he takes off. He's like, this is a win for me if I can escape, right? Are they gonna let him escape? Fuck no. Keely turns into a bird. Old girl got the flying broom, and nigga with the guns. Rolo,
Percy.
Percy, yeah. They
Percy Del Rolo.
Percival.
so it's them three chasing the other three and the dragon, right? Grog is talking mad shit as he's trying to climb up. Then the dragon's like, bitch, are you dumb? Nigga, let go. He's fucking sliding in circles. Grog's like, oh, you gonna need more than that to fucking get me off. He fucking drops down into the trees. This motherfucker was taking trees to the face. And he looks back and he doesn't see Grog. And he's like, haha, I got rid of him. Next thing you know, Grog's on his back, right? Fucking gets on a few chops. Fucking this motherfucker turns sideways, just fucking scrape them off, get ready to scrape them off on the fucking mountain. Grog was like, I'm not gonna survive that. He basically jumps. Right. In the meantime, the motherfuckers is in the stomach, and all these maneuvers is just sloshing around acid. And these motherfuckers like, we need to go. We need to get out. And how they're getting out? Through the fucking hole that they made with the fucking sword that he just didn't want holding them down. So they fucking scurried their way on through that fucking wound, pops out the next end, and they're falling. Grog's falling. Somebody's gonna die, right? So this is when we find out that his vestige can let him fly.
Oh,
right? Yeah. So
I have wings.
he develops wings and he grabs Scalen, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I believe it's
I don't think he grabs Grog because when Grog ended up on the ground, he was pretty fucked up. Yeah, no, he didn't grab Grog.
No, because she wouldn't heal them.
Grog activated the Titan shit.
Yeah.
A little bigger. Was like, this is gonna hurt. that's some fucking G-way to handle fucking free falling without a goddamn parachute. Like, nigga, this is gonna hurt.
Give me extra HP. Give me extra HP.
It was like, oh,
It's like you shooting something down at the water to opens up a little hole, so you just
never jump into a fucking still water. Yeah, throw grenades real quick. Yeah, don't do that, kids. You're gonna die anyway. They fucking go after this goddamn dragon anyway. After they're beat up, some bitches out of fucking mana. They see that this fucking dragon gets into this little hole in this mountain. They're like, we're going after him.
They're all pissed.
Pissed, everything, right?
But the dragon's expecting him. He's like, well, at least don't come to me.
The dragon's like, oh, they're coming to me. Don't worry about it. I got this. Fucking Cinder King calls him again. He's like,
where's my shit?
Yeah. He's like, my lord. He started fucking squirming again, right?
You missed the payment.
I told you if you were a day late, burn you alive.
He fucking hangs up on him. Like, I'm busy. You know, kind of shit.
That dude's a cartel,
Yeah.
bro.
They get there, and Vex? Sorry. It's Vex, Vox, and Vax. It's so fucking confusing. Anyway, Vax was like, I could get in, scout around real quick, and get out. No problem. Stay here. If you hear the magic, if you hear the safe word, come in.
Safe word.
He gets in there, completely fucking forgetting that this fucking dragon can turn invisible. So he gets in there. He's running around. He doesn't see the fucking dragon. Turns out this dragon is now invisible and is blocking the only exit. Right?
Just watching him.
And all of a sudden,
I'm watching you.
All of a sudden, he's now panicking because one, yeah, he's fast, not fast enough. He can fly, but this motherfucker can spit acid. So he's very much pinned down and getting his ass beat in there. Throughout the rest of the time, the rest of them are outside like, huh, he should have been back by now. I'm like, oh, we should probably go check on him. Yeah, let's go check on him. They get in there. Of course, all shit's breaking loose. These niggas, everybody's in on the fight now. But they can't fucking stand it. They can't fucking beat this motherfucker, right? No matter what. That is supposed to be so because this is a fucking dragon. And they only have 3 fucking vestiges, but they can't fucking beat him. They get to the end of their fucking rope. Scalen, of all people, fucking gets hold of Myth Carver. And I didn't know Myth Carver can shoot fucking lasers. Did you know this? I didn't know this. It was never stated. Did you know this? Mindy?
I thought they had a little scene of it at the beginning when they first got it.
Shooting lasers? No, when they
I
used
think
it,
I'm thinking of something else.
yeah, no, when they used it the first time, they only used it to see through it to find the
I
rest.
thought that you can enlarge it. I think that's what it was because it shrunk.
I thought it just,
You can enlarge it
yeah, I thought it was
because
just
it
like magic and just adjusted to its wielder. I just thought that's what that was. So that's why it grew when the dragon picked it up and shrunk when Scanlan was using it. But anyway, this thing apparently can shoot fucking lasers and it blows a fucking hole through Umbrasil's fucking head, through his eye, out the side of his face, and that's how they end up killing him. The fucking now Scanlan has the fucking title of fucking dragon killer on top of gonorrhea specialist. And so yeah,
poor Scanlan.
that's how that fight ended. They get back to Whitestone.
Whitestone. Okay.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. They get back to Whitestone. They're talking strat with the rest of them. Everybody else falls asleep. You know why? Remember the dragon I told you that could fucking blow fucking acid or not blow acid, but
Poison.
blow poison smoke? He can also fucking transform and fucking could change himself into a fucking anybody he wants. And he's been in disguise amongst the rest of them. And now apparently, guess what? Like we said before, the dragons don't get along because this bitch was like, I don't like the Cinder King. We need to do something about it. You can either listen to me or I can fuck all of you up. Plain and simple. Yeah, cool. And I think that's where the season ended.
Yeah.
Yep. As far as it coming back, there's no plans right now because the voice of the Cinder King passed away.
Dude, Wick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was also yeah, he passed away. RIP to him. But they still need to find a replacement for him. And then there was the whole writer strike. There's been a lot of barriers between that the end of that and the new season. As far
I know it's renewed for a new season. They just don't know when they could make it.
yeah, like as soon as they get any momentum, something happens. So hopefully 2025, maybe hopefully this year, but 2025, 2026.
Maybe. I'll look more into it.
But yeah, that's it. That's what's cracking in anime.
There is the clip of the gunpowder seller, like crazy old man that sold Percy gunpowder. I think you guys should go and watch the actual clip. You don't have to, but the actual clip of Matt like playing that NPC is so funny.
Oh, of the actual
Of them playing, of them doing the
okay. Okay. Critical Role. Yeah, she's talking
yes.
about Critical Role, guys. Go watch that scene. Yeah, I need
Watch all of Vox Machina if you're into it.
Yeah, I need to watch that whole campaign. I need to just bite that bullet and fucking sit down for that 2-3 hours.
I am watching the second campaign. I only watched the clips that I really, really want to see how it played out in the actual campaign. I didn't watch like the full first campaign all the way through.
So neither of us have played D&D, right?
No, technically not.
And I'm all for playing a campaign. Mindy?
If you can get a
Yeah.
DM.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching and would like to be the DM for a campaign and invite us, we are all noobs. We will cause a lot of problems. And yeah, we'd love to take part in a campaign. Okay, so there's that. I very much want to. I've been trying to for years. Can't get it together.
How many people you need for a campaign?
Usually I haven't seen less than 4, so it's like 4 plus the DM.
Yeah.
What's the DM?
Dungeon Master. They're the one who comes up with the story and the map and the monsters. And
Does the NPCs, extra characters.
It's a lot of work. Right. So you can see why DMs are so fucking rare because the people who's willing to take that on. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And then the fucking people who are playing with them just fucking love fucking shoehorning their entire fucking story. Just fucking shitting on just making broken characters.
This is what you want to do? Too bad. This is what I want to do. Derail.
Oh, your character does instant death, well, mine is an immortal. So let's deal with that. But yeah, there's all kinds of fun shit and shenanigans that goes on with that. You really should watch one of those Critical Role. Even if you don't watch the whole campaign, just like
you can watch one of the one shots.
Oh, there's one shots. They even have shorts where it's just like going over some like funny moments in their campaigns. Just watch the shit that goes on. It's fucking ridiculous.
So funny.
Yeah, something that I watched something that I watched this week, Godzilla -1. I watched that yesterday. I highly recommend.
Oh, did you like it?
Highly recommend. Yes, it was in full Japanese the entire way through.
That's the one that like just came out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it, but I wanted to watch it. I didn't know when it came out.
Yeah, it's in full Japanese all the way through. They really paid homage to Godzilla because it was on their anniversary
I
films.
saw the trailer and it looked real good.
Oh yeah, this is the most vicious I've seen Godzilla on screen. Period. Atomic Breath. It looks so much more devastating in this. So much more devastating. And I was comparing it to previous atomic breaths I've seen. Like anytime Godzilla has used atomic breath, it's always been like, oh, there's like a couple city blocks, or maybe like this entire section of the city that's just like uninhabitable because it's on fire. When Godzilla in this one uses atomic breath, it's like an atomic bomb going off. Whenever it hits, just mushroom clouds. Like, yo, this mother man, and of course, like he whatever he's usually like close to whatever he's trying to fuck up, right? So he never like hits them directly, right? But he blows up something, which is an atomic bomb going off, so they get hit with like the shockwave and shit, right? At one point, there was a chick like there was these two people, and they're like trying to escape because Godzilla's in the city and he's stomping around, throwing shit around, and they're like trying to get away, and he sets off his atomic breath and blows up something like in the fucking distance, and the shockwave is coming to the city, right? It's fucking shredding buildings and shit. And now there's one character, there's another character, and this motherfucker was like, it pushes this dude into the alley and just takes the brunt force of the shockwave. You just see that character getting blown away, fucking buildings and shrapnel getting blown this way with it, and you're just like, that character's dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. It's over. This is the most vicious I've ever seen. The very last atomic breath, the look on Godzilla's face was just a straight up fuck your mother. That's that it had on its face. Yeah. If you've ever seen, if you love Godzilla, highly recommend it, of course. If you just want to see what Godzilla's about, don't get me wrong. The other ones are good too. There's some good ones, some bad ones. The most recent ones that have come out, very good too. But this one is like this is the bar for Godzilla. What Godzilla movies should aspire to be, right? Watch it. I think when I went to go see it, I think it's their last week of it being in theaters. So next thing you're gonna see it is on DVDs or streaming, but go watch it.
I did see a bunch of people say it's the first time Godzilla feels more like a monster than like, that like,
Like a
oh,
protector or saver.
I'm a big lizard, or I'm here to actually save you, or
Yeah.
whatever.
I think the Godzilla movie before Godzilla versus Kong, where they're like the Asian dude's like doing the monologue at the end is like, oh, so what are we gonna do now, or something like that. And he's like, oh, he's here to be, you know, we can't control him, but he's here as our protector. No, the fuck he's not. He's not a fucking protector. He just wants to be left the fuck alone, and you bitches keep digging in his home.
Basically.
Leave him the fuck alone.
I don't want to be mean to you, but I will be mean to you.
I will be mean. I'm just here to fucking flip your coffee table and tell you to fucking stop, okay? If you don't want to listen, I'll come back and fucking slash your tires, bitch. But yeah, Godzilla in this movie, he just shows up. There was no digging in his backyard. This nigga, the first time you see him, he's a baby.
It's like the older ones. It's
Yeah.
just like,
The
I
first
just
time you
decided to
see-
come fuck up your life.
The first time you see him, he's a baby, and he just like showed up to eat people and then like bounced, right? And then every time he showed up, it was unaccounted for. He was bigger, and it's always like 2 or 3 years apart, right? It's unaccounted for. He's bigger, and he just like shows up, blows something up, and like dips. No explanation, right? And I love that. I love that. There was no rhyme or reason for his fucking rampages, but he was here to rampage. All right, we're gonna go into our next segment. Moving on to the next segment, which is
Lee Bros.
books. Is that Libros in Spanish? Hey, there's your Spanish word. We haven't had one of those in like
I don't know.
Tequila. Oh, wait.
We already said that.
Just you can't keep repeating the same word.
We're gonna lose our Babbel sponsorship if we keep doing that.
There's Rosetta Stone. We get it.
Hey, Mindy,
Yeah.
what's cracking the books this week?
Uh, Absolutely nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
That last week.
It's not a lot going on. I'm gonna be so honest.
Sponsorship.
Did we read it all? Did we get anywhere? What's happening?
Chapter 26.
I'm at chapter 17.
What is happening here?
What do you mean?
Do you guys not plan out your readings together? Danny was like barely reading it all, and he is like super far ahead now.
I work every day, so I read it in the car or I listen to
Oh,
Yeah. I'm at home fucking editing and shit, and I can't listen to the book while I edit.
Can't multitask.
that's unfortunate.
I literally cannot because I have to hear what the fuck is
Oh, yeah.
out.
That's fair.
And if I have it, just play
What
the
chapter were you
background.
on last week? 9?
8.
8?
Mhm.
Okay, so what's happened over at 17 or 18?
Recently they got kidnapped for their whatever and their land nav, and she's also been damn near thrown into burnout because what's his name finally got to give her his warning.
The commandant.
The scribe knows what the fuck's going on to a point, right? She doesn't outright tell her, but she hints to a lot of things. And what's her name? Rianne? Rhiannon. She is starting to pick up on shit as well. So things are progressing and slowly getting fucked up.
It's not very good at hiding her emotions.
No. I want to
like,
lie, but I can't. Bitch, I'm a bad liar. You want people to die? But if they ask you how many bodies you had, you're like, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Let me stop.
God. How are we feeling about Violet?
So far, she hasn't done anything that I hate. Yeah, I don't see what your gripe is with her because I think at this point you're just like, I hate how the character is written.
I don't really have a gripe with her. Not her specifically. I don't like the flow of the book in general as much as I do the first one, I guess. Like it just feels a lot slower. I feel like I'm like dragging myself to read it. But I don't really have a problem with Violet specifically.
Well, I guess that part of that problem is me taking fucking forever to get to the halfway point. Us taking forever to get to the halfway point. But yeah, so far so good. She's holding it up. She's entertaining to the point. I have a theory. This has nothing to do with Violet, but I have a theory. The unbonded are gonna become Venom. They're gonna get tired. They're gonna be tired of being powerless and start pulling power from the earth. And they're gonna have Venom popping up in the school. I think that would be a great way for.
But the wards is the thing that keeps them away.
Keeps them out, but once they're in, might be a problem. Or maybe one of the wards go down. That's stopping it. Or maybe some shit. I don't know how, but I think the unbonded are going to become Venom, and that's how the reveal is going to happen.
But I thought only the Venom can create the wyvern.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about the wyvern.
But how could the dragons become Venom?
No, the students, the unbonded students.
Oh, the unbonded students.
Yeah, I think they're the ones that are going to be tired of being powerless. And fucking do some dumb shit like trying to channel their own power and get fucking overtaken by that shit. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's how they said that Venom are created, right? A fucking person trying to channel by themselves without.
It's like essentially channeling dark magic.
They try to channel without a conduit, without a dragon's power.
Well, they steal magic from somewhere, like from the earth and stuff. They're basically stealing magic. So it's almost like basically like dark magic, or this world's version of dark magic. So I don't know how they would be able to do it in the school.
I mean, unless one of them's already in that motherfucker. Like one of the vice commandant seems like a sketchy character. Yeah. What if someone in leadership's already whatever?
Just hella makeup.
Chilling. He's just chilling in there waiting for the moment, right? Yeah.
Right. That could be a possibility, but I feel I more strongly side with the whole pissed off students. So maybe somebody who goes 1 to maybe 3 years of being overlooked by dragons, not being chosen as somebody to bond with, being like, fuck it. This, that.
Was there a limit on how many years they can go without being bonded?
I didn't hear one. I just think they said they just get recycled into the next class.
They do get recycled into the next class. They don't get to go up to the next class.
Yeah.
They stay a first year. I just didn't know if there was like a limit on how many years until they just
The infantry.
It could be one of the infantry who was just like, fuck these goddamn dragon riders. I can do magic too. Watch this.
Because when they were
So
doing
that feels more likely to me is
when
an
they were
infantry
doing the whole
person.
map thing when they got taken, the infantry and them never got along.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
At some way, somehow, one of the students or multiple of the students are gonna end up trying to channel on their own on some bitter bullshit and turn in venom, which is going to lead to fucking motherfuckers dying, and then the upper management, the upper rank having to admit to the existence of venom. I feel like that's how it's going to get out. What do you think?
It's an interesting theory.
At the point of the book where you're in, are venom or common knowledge?
No, technically.
Everything is out in the open. Everything's possible.
Danny,
My oyster.
what chapter are you on, Danny?
26.
Oh, so you're right almost to halfway point. So it's chapter 33, I think I said.
Yeah, 26.
Where's Violet? Where you're at?
They just got done with the second interrogate or the second whatchamacallit, the interrogation portion.
They just started the interrogation
No,
portion?
it's already over. They escaped.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. So you're gonna, all right, I know where you're at.
RSC, yeah.
RSC fucking things seem to be the big problem there this year. That and the vice commandant being a bitch.
Nah, he kind of gets put in his place coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and then he turns even worse afterwards.
There you go. Dude,
It's
there goes our venom. Ooh, what if he gets worse? His dragon gets fucking murked as Terran's fucking his way of being like, don't fuck with my fucking human. And wait, that kills the writer, right?
if a dragon dies, it kills the rider.
And in the midst of him like fucking going out, he's just like, I'm not going out like this. And boom, venom.
I mean, something like that does happen, but not the way you're describing it.
Yeah. I was like, it's like you're close and yet not close at all, which is fascinating, actually.
Shit. Give me my goddamn props, man. Motherfucker.
I do this, man.
I do this shit. Fun little story twists. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my theories.
Danny, how you feeling about the book so far?
No, it's cool. You know, the dragons flying around doing dragon shit. Students fucking up shit. So
Daniel, everybody, with his riveting.
It's just a great insight.
That ain't much because you're only at chapter 17.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna listen to it and be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
No.
See, I don't really like it. Like, I know this whole podcast is basically spoilers after spoilers after spoilers. I don't love giving away spoilers if I can help it.
I don't like giving away spoilers to the person I'm sitting next to.
Yeah,
Would
you know.
Daniel?
You're gonna edit it and you're gonna.
It's true.
Well, this is your life now. Live it. Live it. That's what you gotta do, man. I am enjoying the book. If anybody wanted to know, not like anybody fucking asked, but sort of. I'm enjoying it.
I'm good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was gonna feel really bad if you weren't enjoying it because I want to be like, yes, like a second half of the book to go.
It's very like I don't want to say Harry Potter-ish, but it's kind of very Harry Potter.
I just wish they could use more than one magic.
Well, I think someone said that there was like they have their like main sigil.
Their main power,
Their signet.
and then there's like their lesser magic.
Yeah, but they still get to use like lesser magic. I don't see them use their lesser magic very often.
I mean,
Like they don't describe it in the book.
She does say a lot that she's finally happy she gets to use like the fucking pen without
or
fucking.
something like that. I want to see that a little
There's a
more. I
bunch of like,
wish.
mage lighting shit, but apart from that, I think there's like one or two scenes of her like moving shit to her. Or no,
That's
no,
Rihanna.
that's a major magic. Yeah,
That's Rihanna.
Yeah, but her specific one is to
Mhm.
move stuff to her. Yeah, but then like I never, throw a party, throw some lights out in the. I don't know, do
Light up
something.
fucking make some fucking fireworks with your goddamn fingers. Sparkle fingers.
Something. Give me
Something.
something. Give me
Seriously,
something
bro.
fun and cutesy and light.
I hate how her lightning magic works. If she could fucking shoot that shit from her, like General Palpatine, that shit, that would be so
From
much
her
better,
hands.
bro. Like if somebody's inside, her magic's useless,
Unless you want to take down a whole building.
and that's
Well, I
you
mean,
don't
the
even
thing
want
is, right, is that they're like at war on dragons. Aren't they always outside?
for them, yeah. But what if they have to go fucking hunt down a target like underground or some shit? Her magic's
They
useless.
can light some shit. Yeah.
I
You know
feel
what
like
I'm
some
saying? Like
shit.
if there's at some point, because like during this recent burnout, her hand is like stuck in this position, and she's like constantly channeling. Like motherfucker, if that shit was just like
You're right.
so much cooler, so much better.
Yeah, if you could do that. Yeah.
Missed opportunity to have her like oh.
I don't know, it's like the magics they have are like weirdly grounded, but not at all grounded. Like she can control lightning, but like for some reason it has to be actual
Cosmos.
lightning.
Yeah. Like um they just went through the whole thing of showing that they can now dim or remove their connection from their dragons with this fucking tonic.
Hated that.
uh
Hated the fuck out of that. I was like, oh.
everybody's going through their whole reconciliation with that fact and then just like gave it back no problem. Like here you go, here's drink this.
We would never do it to you,
Yeah,
in a bad way. Oh, great. Yeah. Trust you,
definitely.
government.
The second that was revealed, I was like, oh, that's gonna be abused. Yeah, that's
That's gonna be
good.
a problem.
It's either gonna get out and a whole fucking outpost is gonna be fucked up because
But
the
then
Venom or the Griffin Riders figured out how
yeah,
to
that's
fucking
what I
point them
said. Like, it's
motherfuckers.
if the Venom figure that out, let me get that.
Yeah, it's
Put it
gonna
in
be a
the
fucking problem.
rivers.
Or one of the dirty upper is gonna use it against
That's where
Zayden
that's where you
and
get the feeling that someone higher up in the government or the
yeah.
military ranks is working with the Venom.
Maybe it's the king.
So you got somebody in the higher ups fucking supplying the Venom with intel and power, and then you have these motherfuckers over here supplying the Griffin Riders and the people with means to fucking beat them.
Something's gotta give.
Everybody's going through some shady shit in this dirty.
Everybody's scheming. Stay scheming.
Got something to
We'll,
say?
we'll see. I don't know. I have a hard time believing that they'll partner with Venom because the dragons hate the Venom specifically, and the dragons are, the end all be all of the power. If they think something's gonna happen to their homeland, they're gonna be like, all right, fuck you guys, bye. Like, they're not gonna.
I think One Eye Moody is up to some shit.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. And there's people probably high up in government that aren't paired to a dragon that are like, I don't know if I like this.
Maybe them.
You know, like
Yeah.
people don't have. They just got guns and.
But also, fucking, like I said, One Eye Moody, that fucking dragon that turned fucked up.
Yeah, he's just a little bitch though. I don't think
a
he's
shady cat. Exactly. Little bitches do bitch shit, and one of those bitch shit could be like, "Hey, fuck this motherfucker, and I'll give you the power to fucking kill this motherfucker and everybody else I don't like, as long as I'm left in charge once y'all are done." That's a bitch move, and I see that coming from it.
This is book 2 out of 5, by the way.
We gotta wait 2 years for the next one to come out.
Only a year. I don't know when I think she has a release date, but I don't know.
Unless she loses an arm.
Right. Loses half her Ghost Riders.
They're fucking typing with one hand, half a Ghost Rider.
Half her Ghost Riders. There goes the whole book, man.
Oh my God, don't say that.
What else?
Well, huh?
What else are you reading?
I was going to read the book I was waiting for. It's still not here. I pre-ordered that, and it's still not here. I'm never pre-ordering a book from Barnes and Nobles again. I love you, Barnes and Nobles, but what the fuck? It's been 8 days and I pre-ordered it. I could have gone to the fucking store and just bought it.
And now you're deciding whether or not you should
Whether or not I'm going to go to the store and just buy it.
Well, welcome to the life of a gamer.
Why did I pray? At least if I buy from Amazon, I don't really love buying from Amazon, but at least if I buy from Amazon, I'm getting it in 3 days. Why am I waiting 8 when I pre-ordered it?
How long did you
I'm
pre-order
angry.
it?
Guess
Huh?
How long ago did you pre-order it?
Months?
Damn.
We're never getting a Barnes and Noble sponsorship.
If we did have them, there it goes.
There it goes.
I love Barnes and Nobles. I do, and I shop there all the time. It's where I get most of my books from. I like going in there. I love, but your shipping sucks. Your shipping sucks.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say this and edit this part and put it at the front of the episode. Barnes and Noble, please skip this episode. You're considering us as sponsorship.
Someone wants to give me, I don't know, PR packaging for books. So I don't have to wait on Barnes and Noble shipping. That would be aces.
What
Thank
book
you.
was one that you pre-ordered?
Ruthless Vows. I wanted it to be the first book of my year, but
I love how you asked like you remembered what book that was. You're just like, oh, okay, Ruthless.
Yeah, I wrote it down. It's actually on page. No, I didn't.
I was about to shut up. I was about to be like, oh shit, my fault, my nigga, you on your shit. Nah. Okay.
I was going to be so impressed. I was going to be like, oh my God, you care? No, just kidding.
Your props, my nigga. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's what's happening in books. Me waiting on a book and me waiting for you guys to catch up on a book. Damn, solid.
Next week, y'all, we'll find out if she got the book or not.
Okay, so Daniel's doing our outro for today. Go ahead, take it away, Daniel.
Hey.
Are we?
Yes.
What do I say?
Just sum up what the fuck we talked about, and then go over what we're talking about
I'm
next
never
week.
good in summaries, bro.
Please pay attention. I do this shit every week. Daniel. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us as Mindy fucking breaks down. Pull it together, Mindy. Pull it together. You sure you good? Huh? Yeah, you solid? Okay. Thanks for joining us for another recording of This Shit's Cracking, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. We're on Spotify and YouTube. I'm still working on iHeart and the rest of that shit. If you enjoyed, please come back next week, where Danny's gonna be going over more sports be sportsing, y'all.
Oh shit, we don't have an anime lined up.
We don't.
Well, next week's episode's gonna be a little short, y'all.
Apparently, unless I
It's gonna be
find
real short.
knowing me, I'll find some random shit to talk about. Maybe I'll finally watch Freyan. What's that? Farron. Yeah, maybe I'll finally watch Farron. Apparently, it was like the #1 voted anime of the year.
It's I heard it was Farron and Apothecary Diaries were 2 of the best animes this year.
The lineup I saw, there's a vote that came out last night. So the top 3 were DBZ, JJK, and Farron at #1. I love how my fucking outro got derailed by my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Again, join us next week. This shit's cracking.
Yeah, we'll go over some shit. Yeah. All right. Dolphin, whale. We'll just have like fucking dances. That one day was a violation. Okay. All right.
Signing out.
Bye bye.